Hey guys, it's me, your hostess Liberty, back with some more Root Trees Are Dead. Last time, something happened. Stuff occurred. Right. Well, we're still stuck on like 4 different characters, but we did get a lot of information last time about the company. The people who were listed in it and might have had interactions with Guy and had affairs with him. So, right. So Christine Garland, for example, and we also learnt that Thomas Hughes seems to have been upset about an infidelity with a teacher at the Randolph Dove in relation to the Hudson Wing. His wife was a new teacher. So we need to look for Hughes, I think. We need to find the Thomas Hughes. So let's go. Nothing. Okay, oh, we can't just look for certain things, can we? Duck! It is time for help. Uh-huh. 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 Her diary may have new information now that I have a different focus. Okay, let's check out her diary then. I appreciate that they give us the duck. Her diary? Was that... Okay. She ran the farm until her daughter Gwyneth took over. Sam was not a fan of Guy. Okay. Many of their hires was young single women. One of Sam's farm supervisors named Elizabeth. Elizabeth had a daughter who Sam never met, but who worked as one of Guy's secretaries. According to Elizabeth Akeda... Okay, so we know about that. Main positive contribution to the company involved expanding the markets on Tapped. We know he went away at some point. And we think that his translator was one of his hires. Elias may have cheated on Gwyneth. Yeah, another Beth. Ducky. A life between wars. Lauren Roottree. A life between wars. Wait, where did we get the hint of that? Wait. Huh? How would we know about looking that up? There's nothing in there. Okay, so that's... Yeah, we know about that. Yeah, nothing there. News time. Yeah, we know about that. Okay, Clans at Trust, Felix Fellows. Yeah, we know about the baking bread. Okay, so that was not with Lauren. Anonymum. How would we know about this? I'm not seeing any information about a life between wars. We could... You know what? You're right. Let's see if we can backtrack this. So we go here. We're in Roottree. Aha, there we go. A life between wars. I'm an idiot. In the wake of Six Pieces release, Lauren Roottree, author of A Life Between Wars. I thought we'd already checked that. That's why I didn't trigger onto it. I thought we already had that in the past. But I guess not. Okay. Or we didn't think she was a writer. Oh, I don't know. She was relocated back to Pennsylvania when she began suffering from Alzheimer's. Backlash towards a reporter that tracked Lauren down because they were caught standing on a ladder and holding their camera over the privacy wall to take a photo of Lauren and her son Clark. A Life Between Wars. Right, no, we already did. We already did check that out. Fine, we'll look at it again. Lauren Roottree. A Life Between Wars. Okay. When revisiting Lauren's book, there's a single passage that focuses on potential affairs you've added to it. What was the other book that she had? Romance in Court and Court Jester. Romance in Court. Okay, Court Jester series. Court Jester? Alright, fine. Let's check out this new stuff that we got. A Life Between Wars. Nice. Oh, we've already got the pictures, so we don't need them again. A diary entry entitled Cruelty from Lauren Roottree's diary, written in 1963. It focuses on the relationship between her mother and father. While it offered only redundant information during a previous investigation, it mentions the subject of affairs may be more useful this time around. By the way, I'm sorry if you can hear a fan or sound in the background. It's hot. My room is a bit stuffy. So I had to turn on the fan. It's summer. It's going to happen more often in my recordings that you'll hear mechanical noise in the background because of this whole situation. So yeah, it is what it is. I think I'm also maybe getting my aircon back, so that's going to be fun and loud. But let's continue on. I'm no stranger to true love. Jacob and I married in an age that most deem unfit for marriage, but he was also enlisting at an age that most deem unfit for war. We had no choice. I knew in my heart that our marriage was one for the ages. He and I would still be together today if not for Okinawa. That was nearly 20 years ago, but there is an emptiness in my soul. Jacob. Okay. I do not understand my contemporaries. So many girls I went to school with have taken multiple lovers. So many of my girlfriends' husbands have been unfaithful. If I'm to remain true to the ghost of a man, with no chance of physical reciprocation, no potential for long conversation, how could it be so hard to love someone you can reach out and touch, someone you can joke with? I've not had to deal with such madness at home. My parents are a perfect match in the worst way. My mother's cruelty is a perfect fit for my father's general spite. In turn, Pop's status enables her incessant need to gloat and feel superior. I've grown up with their cruelty and disdain for others my entire life. Even my family remains unspared. They make fun of my grandpop and his family, saying, blood is thicker than syrup, but nothing's thicker than Elias. They mimic Grandma Gwyneth's lisp and see her kindness as a weakness. Elias, please remember fam. Not even our family's maladies and religion can go unmocked. Remember, God only put one eye in miracle. What does that mean? One eye, miracle. Oh, because Miracle's missing an eye. Right. I can say without a doubt in my mind that my parents have never had eyes for anyone outside their marriage. They're too self-centered to look astray. But nothing's thicker than Elias. Please remember Sam. Huh. Jacob. Okay, so she was with Jacob. Let me see, where are you? Whoop, 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 whoop. James. John Miller. I'm not seeing a Jacob. Oh, here, Jacob. She only had eyes for Jacob. Okay, so that was Lauren. So her mum and dad were pieces of shit, from the sounds of it. And they'd mock everybody. Oh, are they insinuating that Gwyneth had an affair? And that's why Elias was... Unless they're talking about Elias Jr. Oh, they're saying Patricia had an affair. Are they? So they think Patricia had an affair with Guy. Is that what they're trying to state? Where's Guy's? Guy's everything. Guy, you piece of shit. Christine Garland married Stephen Garland. She was originally Christine something else, wasn't she? Ooh. So they're saying Patricia. Let's put Roottree Patricia down. Nope. Oh, no, she's not in there. Okay, not Patricia then. Ah. Thought it was Patricia maybe having a... Gwyneth, maybe? Is Gwyneth a possibility? What? No. She must... If it's Gwyneth, she must be over here. Oh. Are they saying... Oh, no. I thought they were saying Elias was having an affair. With who? Patricia? No. Oh, I don't understand that one. You found a lot of important information. Okay. Chris Rafferty. Spider search. Okay, so I'm guessing a lot... Okay, so it seems like a lot of old stuff is stuff that we need to double check. Chris Rafferty's prodigy site seems to have been discovered by the masses. Gone are the art pictures of his cousins. Instead, it's a list of questions that people keep mailing him. The most relevant ones are the following. Are you the son of Clark Rafferty? Yes, but I didn't grow up with him. I remember him from when I was a little kid, but I moved away with my mum when I was very young. We left Pennsylvania and moved back to Virginia. We lived there with Pete, my stepdad. Wait, they're saying that Clark... Where's our boy? Was it David? Chris. Okay, Chris. It's saying Chris. Where is Chris? There, they're saying Chris is... Yeah, Chris is Clark's son. Right, he is. That's right. Yeah, he is Clark's son. Okay, I thought we'd found another one just by complete chance. We live with Pete, my stepdad. My dad and I spoke a few times when I found his phone number and a check he sent us in the mail when I was 15. He was happy to hear from me and now calls me once a month and comes to visit at college. He tells me about things I don't remember and people like Guy and Ernie Madsen. My dad and I get along, but obviously we aren't close. Did you ever meet the Rootttrees? I used to know the Rootttrees, but never the sisters. I was in the office sometimes when I was a kid, and I definitely met Guy Hudson before he died, but I don't remember. My memory is weird. It's hard to know what I actually remember and what I only think I do because I have pictures. For example, I have a photo from when I was 5 and in the office with my dad and Guy was there. I made myself sick by eating chocolate and some woman I don't know cleaned my face. Don't know if my memories of that came from the picture or not. The photo has been added to my evidence. Okay. How did you have proof of Ernie Madsen's heart condition? I knew Ernie had a heart problem because my dad told me on one of our phone calls. I asked him about the poisoning because I saw it in the Roottree Curse website, and he emailed some old stuff including the proof, but even with the proof, the website didn't take it down. Spelled fiance wrong. I'm not good at spelling or writing. I'm good at painting and other art. Going to school to learn how to edit movies. I want to make cartoons someday. Lulu is much better at spelling. Okay. That's not what I want. We want this one. This is a photo that was on Chris Rafferty's site. Okay. So is that Guy? Alright. And some random woman. Okay. Chris Rafferty's site. According to Chris, it's a photo of him, his father, and Guy Hudson. While they were distracted, he snuck into a supply of chocolate. Chris does not know who the woman in the photo was. Okay, so Chris... take me back to the tree. Chris is pretty young. There you go, Chris. Clark, it must have been Clark. So this... Where are you, Guy? You piece of shit. This was Guy. Is this Christina? Maybe? Could be someone else. We'll just keep her there for now. Alright. Okay, so back to here. Oh, not that. Oh, let's check out this. Okay. Oh. Okay. Alright, good to know. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. No. Okay. So we checked out 5Ps. Okay, notable events. I think we've checked all the events, but, possibly not. Okay. Right. Elias, Carl, and Rain are on the cover of magazines. Yeah. I've looked into those. Lauren Miracle. Okay, let's have a look into Miracle, shall we? It seems Miracle is going on a new tour. We knew about that. We did have a look through that. Let's see. Rubber Ducky. Okay. Book about Elias was... It didn't turn out to be very useful at the time. Right. What was the name of that book? Okay, let's see if we can find it. Elias Roottree. Bess Williams book. Show older. Family Man, the Roottree Legacy. There we go. Alright. Search periodicals? Nope. We want to go public library. And then, Periodicals. Back to the public library. Okay. Ooh, a reprinting of an old book. It's blatant copyright corporate propaganda, apparently. Alright. We can... I think we can unhighlight that. Or... How do we unhighlight? Oh, I didn't mean to highlight. You know what? Leave it. Leave it for now. It's where we've been. Okay. There's Elias. The dictionary defines propaganda as information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. But if they were to replace that definition with a picture, it would be a picture of this book. The book tells you nothing new about Elias, and from what you know of his true feelings towards some of the extended family, you're not sure it tells you anything true about Elias either. The reissue of the book was so lazy that they reused the famous photo of Elias from Business Watch, whose copyright had expired. The best thing it has going for it is that it's only 85 pages long. Doesn't really tell us much, but it does give us a picture of Elias. So, let's slap his face there. The cheating horn dog. Cool, cool. Who's this supposed to be? Yeah, don't know yet. Okay. So somebody's wrong. Because we've got 4 new things on. We just don't have their stuff. What about what Christine's name was originally? Let's try that. Trivia. Christine. Farrow? Is that the one? Christine Farrow. That's expenses. Catherine Garrett. Where's Christine at? Catherine Garrett. Wait. Garland. Okay. Look for Garland. Not seeing any Garland. Let's have a better look. Okay. McCullen, Doris Mays. Christine Farrow. Christine Garland. Okay, Chris left in 77, but Christine Garland. So Christine Farrow. So Farrow. Okay, Christine Farrow. Oh, and Joanna. What was Joanna's original name? Joanna Robertson. So Robertson, Joanna. Okay, so Joanna Robertson married Fellows Riley. Got together with Fellows Riley. David ended up being... Wait. Did Joanna split? Oh yeah, Joanna split up. She got married to Garland. There is another woman. This might be... Well, we don't have a picture of her. Though she might be the one in this picture, actually. And what was her name? The translator. Translator, where are you? Susan Ford. Oh, but she got married later on, didn't she? Let me check. Susan Ford. No, she got fired. Right? Yeah, she left. So she might be Susan. Yep. Ford. It's possible. We don't know if she had kids, though. The final affair... We're not sure, are we? We do know that... We don't know anything. We don't know shit. Okay. Okay. Rubber ducky, help. Family Tree Update 98 is interesting because it features 2 people from the previous tree. Where is that? Family Tree Update? Huh? What do you mean? What, you mean... Huh? Is this the Family Tree Update? I guess? What are you trying to tell me, Ducky? 2 people from the previous tree. Yes. The child of those children... The child of those people was not on the previous tree. Huh? Let me see. Okay, Guy. Right. Guy. Where are you, Guy? You piece of shit, lardhead. Guy, you piece of cuck. Where is he? Where's that asshole? Guy? That's not Guy. Where is he? No, I'm pretty sure he was like a 3rd or 4th generation. Right? No, no. No, no. There he is. Guy. Guy didn't have a kid, though. Not in this. Okay, so who's the other one? The other one is... Miracle. Miracle's children didn't show up either. Yeah. Elias with Helen Lennon. Okay, well, I don't know what they're trying to tell me with that. But tell me what you're trying to tell me. Was anyone pregnant in the last game? You should spider search them again. Was anyone pregnant? Okay. Wait. Oh, was Guy? No. No. Right? Patricia Jones. Fine. I can't spell. Patricia Roottree? Guy Roottree? Alright. It's time to check everybody. Wouldn't be his own sister. Gwendolyn Morden? I don't think so. Carolyn Morden. He wouldn't go after someone like one of the kids, would he? I don't think so. Carolyn Morden. Let's try Carolyn Morden. She doesn't have a guy. Oh! Morden did a television interview. Someone has uploaded a partial transcript of that interview. Okay, we already checked that one. Alright, never mind. We did already check. Gwyneth Madsen? Okay. Gwyneth Madsen. Okay. Ernest Jr. Madsen. Ernest Madsen Jr. Ernest Madsen Jr. Ernest Madsen Sr. Nope. Okay. Deborah Bean. Don't. Deborah Madsen? Deborah Bean? Did I call her the wrong name? No? Okay. Jane LaRue, doubtful. Kim LaRue has had kids. I mean, Chris Rafferty could be somebody else's, right? With red hair. Any kids with red hair? It wouldn't have been them. Brenda White, no. Oh! Would Brenda have been pregnant? As you can tell, Brenda and Carla never had marital issues. You did come across an article about Kristen Valdez, who claims to have been Carl's high school sweetheart before Brenda. She does not make any claim about having a child. She just appeared to be paid to talk about his early life. She says they met when he sent to a private school near her hometown and broke up when he graduated and moved to Butler Country. Okay. Well, that's somebody. Okay. Show me an older version. I feel like there might have been something about someone being pregnant at some point. Tell me it wasn't the kids. The girls. Raina. A memorial for the sisters. It seemed like she did end up getting her ears pierced like Rose. There is no relevant information, just a picture of the girls with a sad MIDI piano playing. Roottree's sister, scholarship? Okay. We'll search that up in a minute. Let me check the old ones. Okay. I'm glad none of them seem to be pregnant from the sounds of it. The Root website has a small memorial section to the deceased members of the family, but it contains no information. Scholarship page, 300 privileged high school girls, Ruby Legal. Okay, we already went down that rabbit hole. Carly Roottree, right. Okay, okay. Diamond LaRue? Oh, I'll have a look. Ah, stop doing that. Diamond LaRue. Sent out some mail to Diamond Dazzlers that mentioned they didn't spend a lot of time near or around Candy Company. Don't really comment. Best of album did get released to CD during Roottree Mania, and while neither of them have performed recently, the couple did do a few signings. Local record store near their estate. Jim has hesitated. He hasn't been inspired to write any new lyrics. Jim and Diamond's marriage is still doing just fine. Neither have been... okay. So, what was their old name? Jim and Diamond. Okay. Alright, modern music, and we want Jim and Diamond. No, Diamond Dazzler. Best of. Nothing relevant. Okay. Okay. Alright, so they're fine, seemingly. I'm glad. November Roottree. Jesus Christ, please no. Okay, good. Good. Fucking... I'd have to kill the fucker. Oh. Penelope Tessa Green? No, I don't think so. Ronald Roottree. Let's give him a Google. Ron Roottree, sorry. I forget. Announced as president, but the next press release immediately reversed the announcement. He was dropped from the title. He hopes to do a movie. 3 weeks ago, Ron's mother, Gwyn, died in Paris. He and his brother have seemingly made amends. Robbie? Was released from French prison after serving a few years for assault. His embezzlement and arrest were partially featured and have become much more famous, publicly famous. Okay. He has not returned to the US, but when journalists reached out to him recently after the death of his mother, he issued a blank statement for a few days. The death of my mother was hard on our family, my brother and I, after spending time together caring for her and mourning, and finally made amends. It was a highly transformative few weeks when it came to our relationship. Okay. So their mother's name is Gwyn. Well-known actress who was active in the 90s. Her biggest role was in the minor hit movie Guys Like Us. She died in Paris about 3 weeks ago. After leaving Hollywood, she made no effort to stay in the limelight. Okay, not much is known about her death except that it was announced that she died peacefully in her sleep while being treated by a sudden severe case of pneumonia. She had been in relatively good health, according to friends and family. She was 67. Oh, pardon. I apologize most profoundly. Guys Like Us in the silver screen. No? Starlet? Team Blast? Gwyn Roottree? Well, obviously not that. Okay. Nothing in Starlet. Silver screen? Well, I guess she wasn't that important at the end of the day, was she? RIP. Christmas mission. Alright. Oh. Christmas mission. Okay. What? Huh? Soldier's wife who wrote him letters from home. Alright. Well, Bill Williams. Okay, so they did lean into alliteration for the children. Eventually, yeah. Okay, gee Whittakers. What next is the question. Alright, well, it's time to check the duck. Oh, Mr. Duck. Stephanie Jones. Oh my god. Wait, I was thinking of that. That was, that's this girl. Right? I was thinking Stephanie, but she's married. And she seems nice. And why would she... I was looking at this generation, not the child's. This motherfucker. The children? You bastard. Yeah. Did I spell her name right? Stephanie Jones. Dickhead. Why Jacobs? Seems Brian Jones has been busy updating Stephanie Jones' campaign website. The two new sections. Baby photo. There you see a picture of their new family together in the hospital. According to his site, our daughter was named after her grandmother, which ended up being very fitting considering she was born the night before Christmas. It's not much substance there right now, but it lists some small accomplishments and finishes with the recent rise in popularity and controversy surrounding my extended family. There's been some extra attention on me. Stay tuned for announcements in the coming months, but how I plan to use this publicity. Okay, wait. Okay, so she might also be in the Butler News. Butler County News. Okay, so, wait. Her grandmother's name would be Clara, right? If Zach was her actual grandfather, right? What's the name of the baby? Brian Jones posted this picture of his family together in the hospital following the birth of their newborn daughter. His new daughter is wearing an adorable little Santa hat and his wife is giving thumbs up. I can't see anything wrong with this picture. Except it looks fucking weird. Interesting. So she's had a child. Shut up, game. Oh, right. I should probably... Snip, snip, snip. Yep, there we go. Are we thinking she had an affair? I don't think so. And the baby does look like its dad. Possibly. You never know. Okay, let's go back to the board. Alright. So what? Are we saying that these guys also had an affair? Oh. Stephanie? Oh, family tree update. Okay, I was going to say Clara, Landon, Clara. Okay. Or Landon. No? What do you mean? Oh, Jones. Jones. Clara. Okay, well, this is Jones. Brian Jones. And he is... What is you? What is you, Brian Jones? Brienne? The fuck is you, Jones? Let me check. Baby. Brian Jones, a family. Okay. No, spider search. Latest. Our daughter was named after her grandmother, which ended up being very fitting. She was born the night before Christmas. Eve? So I guess Eve would be a fitting name for the baby, right? No? Night before Christmas. Christine? No. Christine Jones. It's Baby. Baby is Polly? Politics? I don't know, possibly. No. Not Baby. What? Your grandmother? Oh, her grandmother. Carolina. Carol, of course. There we go. That's cute. That's adorable. Oh, oh my god, I'm an idiot. Of course this is supposed to be her. This is... She's the... Okay. Okay. Brian, this is your spot. Sorry, bud. There you go. And now Stephanie. Oh my god, we got some. Hell yeah, brother. Okay. Okay, so there's a few we have not got correct. We got some pictures correct. Yep. Okay, great. So, what do we know? This is incorrect. That is, but that's what Joanna looks like. Unless that's what Joanna looks like. But she was a secretary. Maybe she's not a secretary anymore. Maybe she's a mother. No, they said she went back to secretarium. Okay. Did we get anyone else wrong? No. Did we put anyone else on the board? No. Okay. Well, that's great. At least the update's done, right? I didn't realize we were doing updates. I didn't read that. So that's on me. That's my fault. Yay, Carol. Congratulations. You were born. Okay, Ducky. Back on the search. No sidetracks, please. 5P's mother using her portrait in the company picnic. Yes. Okay. Her name is Joanna. Okay, news time. Alright, I'll check. It's best to double check. Okay, news time interview. Where is it? Is this it? No, that's that crazy woman. Here it is. She was a secretary. Oh, she was working at the register. Can deceased be a job? I don't think it can. Oh, close that. Okay, so that is her picture. She is no longer a secretary. She was a, let's see, unknown occupation? No. Cashier. Yeah, she was a cashier. There we go. All right. Am I right, Ducky? I'm right. Regina Clementine email mentions a famous person you should look into. Regina Clementine email. The fuck was Regina Clementine? Okay. There it is. A famous person. This is the information I have about Regina and her husband Stuart Clementine. Right, let's check out Stuart Clementine. Did I just ignore this completely? I don't feel like I did, but I must have. Clementine isn't that popular of a last name, and you managed to find Stuart Clementine. It seems he's a police officer. He has no web presence. Okay, alright. Apparently the Roottree lawyers went after her since then. By the time I received a letter, she couldn't cooperate anymore. Her husband is told her he thought he might be a Roottree. He's estranged from his family and didn't want to pursue it because he had no proof. Normally I wouldn't be so sure, but she had some pretty credible. Stuart's mother was Mary Beth Clementine. Oh, a singer, huh? Okay. Did I just not read this? Singer most popular in the years between 1942 and 59. Travelled around the country performing at churches. Her repertoire was a mix of religious and popular songs, and she recorded a few records. They seem lost to time. And the one you find mentioned was a cover of He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. New Edison label. Okay. Let's have a look in the periodicals. Modern Muse Monthly. New Edison. Had quite a lot of overlap. There are countless advertisements for various songs. You scan the results for anything other than advertisement. Issued by Edison Records. By the time the magazine had covered it seemed like the lawsuit was settled out of court. They were destined to shut down. The owner, who went by Sterling Edison, said he likely created a new record company, but there's no evidence anywhere that he did. Okay. We'll look into that in a sec. Adoption. She listed on many sites that mention adoption and the history of adoption. She adopted 2 children in the 40s, Stuart and Mark. Okay. New page. What's her name? Mary Beth. Mary Beth Clementine. Okay. Adopted 2 children. Stuart and Mark in the 40s. Was a singer. Not a big one, though. During the 40 to 59 era. What year was it? 42 to 59. 42 to 59 era. She also spoke as an advocate for the benefits of adoption in front of the US Congress in 49, who were convening to debate and discuss the then recent first adoption of an African-American child to a white family. She was specifically there to detail her experience going through the system to adopt Stuart. Her other son was adopted later, and according to the single line in one adoption, under unusual circumstances. Stuart adopted first, Mark adopted second, under unusual circumstances. In 59, it surfaced that Mary Beth had been divorced twice. In 59, learned she'd divorced twice. Both to her manager, both to Sterling, her manager. This ended her career with a religious audience she had been catering to. While she performed occasionally since then, she mostly faded into obscurity. Died in 94 of a stroke. Okay, interesting. Sterling Edison. New Edison was a small record label based in Los Angeles that existed for a few years in the 40s. It raced to release cover records of songs that were gaining in popularity. According to a website about the history of recorded sound, it was named after its founder, Sterling Edison. Edison Records versus Edsel. Thomas Edison. Oh. We also found a few references to New Edison and Mary Beth Clementine on sites about the records. One collector says the Holy Grail is a re-release of the Old Rugged Cross. It says that the first edition was originally published before she legally changed her name. Okay. Another site claims the police had to be called to New Edison Records after its owner got into a physical altercation in public, leading to a divorce. There are no cited sources or evidence, and the site's content seems user-submitted. Show me your stories about old Hollywood, and I'll add them to the page. Okay. There's some records versus Edsel. One of the first record labels named after Thomas Edison. Oh. Seems very unimportant except for a potential lawsuit they filed in 49. Mentions this is a fun case because the name of the lawsuit was actually the biggest problem for the person being sued. A record producer who called himself Edison was immediately outed as not being named Edison. Edsel was a German last name, and at the time of the founding of the company, the US was at war with Germany. The company's founder immediately settled to try and get the case to go away, but the damage was not done. So Sterling Edsel. So his name, Sterling Edsel was his real name, making her Mary Beth Edsel. Okay. So, let's go back to that email. Some of which, she was a pretty well-known singer in the 30s to 50s, singer who went to tour a lot of churches. You can look her up online. She was a pretty big proponent of adoption. She came to Butler County a few times. Regina said that Stewart told her that they always seemed to spend a lot of time at the Miracle Church. Ooh. Okay. Where's the photo that was attached to this? There's no photo attached to it, right? Oh, is this the photo? Regina Clementine. Okay. So Stewart and... Oh, I can move the photos around. I can't zoom in on them, though. So, Regina... Okay. A woman named Regina Clementine claimed that her husband has confessed he thinks he's a root tree. Stewart is the older boy wearing a vest. The woman in the photo is Mary Beth, a singer who may have had an affair with Miracle Roottree. Oh, I believe it. Miracle seems like the dirty dog kind who would. Okay, alright, Miracle. Where can I shove you? Over here? Over here? Over here? Wait, there's no room for you. What the feck? Miracle, where can I... Oh. Unless Miracle was a child born of them. No. What the fuck is this mess? This is Guy. Miracle would have been here, but... Oh, this is Miracle. Okay. Okay. Mary Beth. Clementine? And she was a singer. Musician? Her spouse was Sterling Edsel. Yes. And she had... Okay, so she had a son, Stewart. Stewart Clementine, I think. They took their mother's name, right? That's Stewart, and we don't know what he is. Oh no, we do. He was a police officer. And this is the younger child, who is... What's his name? Mark. Mark Clementine. Yep. Dunno. Maybe a musician. Maybe he followed in Mum's footsteps. Not sure. Okay. Oh, and we know that he married, Regina Clementine Nee Salazar. Regina Salazar. Right. Okay. Yes, go back, please. Regina Salazar. There we go. We don't know who you ended up marrying, buddy. But, sure. Are you Edsel? You might be. Alright. Okay. Right. Alright. Cashier, Joanna Robinson. Okay. Holy shit. I think that's where we end it for the day. We've gotten pretty far. We've found out a lot of things, and we've done a lot of snooping. And I think, yeah. Look, they have a new game. It's called The Incident at Galley House. Sounds good. Anyway, if you want to play this game for yourself, you can find a link to it in the description below. And I will catch you in the next one. Hopefully we'll be able to figure out some extra stuff about the family and without relying on the rubber duck too much. But I'm sorry. I have to rely on the rubber ducky. This one's hard, and I'm brain dead. I need the rubber ducky to save my soul. I'm sorry. Especially as it's, like, time between these recordings. I forget a lot of what was going on at the time. It slowly comes back over the course of a recording, and then I lose it all again. Unless I record back-to-back, which I haven't been able to do lately, so, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Until then, take care, have a good day, peace out, guys, and see ya next time. Bye!